Good evening, everyone. Hello, how are you? Greetings, greetings. Good evening. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all all right? Listen, while we're greeting you, please don't hesitate to share, to like. We want to welcome you. Good evening, good evening. I am not going to prolong the process, but I do want to welcome you to this live that we're doing. It is a Meet Team Fierce. Good evening, Tanya. Good evening, Felicia. How are you? Listen, while I'm sitting here, let's share. Yay. Okay. I'm looking at stuff. Go to your comments, hit add. Let's tag some people. Good evening. I see you on here. How are you? Awesome. Listen, people's already interacting with us and we just started, but that's all right. Come on in. Let's see, where are we at? All right, let's see. Welcome. There we are. I'm like, I know there's more people that should be on here. Blessings. Welcome. Come on in. There we go. We in here now, y'all. Refresh your screens. Do what you got to do. Tag people. Let them know that we are live. All right. Wonderful. Okay. We got it now. Good. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and bring in the team so that you can meet them. I want to say welcome. My name is Angelica Montgomery. I am the founder of F.I.E.R.C.E, which stands for Fierce. Fierce stands for Female in Excellence Representing Christ Effectively. Okay, I'm trying to multitask, y'all. You know, when you're trying to share stuff. Females in Excellence Representing Christ Effectively. All right, and so I'm going to bring on the team one by one so that I can introduce them to you all and so that we don't get any names mixed up. Let me see. So first I would like to add Eva McCloud. Yay!
Hello.
Hey. We can hear and see you well. And then Dr. Mac.
Good evening, everybody.
Then we have Nisha Hamilton. And India Hartman.
Hey, everyone.
Hey. All right. So we've got everybody on. I'm so excited to have everyone on finally because it's 5 different schedules. These wonderful women are extremely busy and it's hard to get them together, but we do it because we want to see a lot of things happen. And that is exactly what Fierce is about. It's about all of those things, the individuality, the collective, and the progress of the kingdom. And so I'm really excited to be sharing with you all tonight. And we're not going to hold you on very, very long because once again, we have extremely busy schedule. So busy. Actually, I was actually planning on rescheduling, but I was told no to go ahead and do it. So yeah, I tried. I said, oh, this is going to be a lot. And like, no. Go ahead and do it. Listen. So I said, let's move it up and let's go ahead and go for what we know. So tonight I want to discuss and talk a little bit because you see us talk about prayer every Wednesday. And I'm sure that some people are like, well, maybe that's all they do. And that is not it. It's not just prayer. We have so many people. It's not just prayer, and we're only getting started. We're only getting started. It's only been 2 years since I founded F.I.E.R.C.E, and so it's been kind of a interesting road. I had to take a few months to nurse a son. You know how that happens. You know, you get pregnant, and surprise, here's the number four after 8 years. But hey, Chiquita, we're gonna respond to you after this live. I just saw you on. Welcome to F.I.E.R.C.E. Welcome. So, starting in 2017, in February, is when this all began. And it started because God gave me a vision to see women collectively growing, pushing each other, and really creating community for the world like we've never seen before. There is evidence in history, and there's like little trinklings of that support that when women get together, change can happen. And I really believe that when godly women get together, it can be detrimental to the kingdom of darkness and powerful to the kingdom of God. And we can see the government that God has established truly grow and truly benefit the entire world and not just Christians as a whole. And that's really what I believe. So let's get down to it. Like I said, I don't want to hold you all on very, very long. These ladies have been with me. Some are new, some have been since the beginning. And I'm really excited for them to share their experiences in F.I.E.R.C.E so far with you, and also tell you a little bit about themselves and what they do in F.I.E.R.C.E. So we can go in the order that I brought you in. You always try to pass the buck.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny. My other sister over here, Dr. Matt, got passed the baton because I love to pass the baton. Like, love, I don't want to do it. But hey, everybody, I'm Eva McCloud. I am from Mobile, Alabama. Yay, Bama girl for sure. Listen, I've been with Fierce for probably about 4 or 5 years now. I came in when I think it was like the second or third year when she started it. For me myself, I have a nonprofit organization called Peculiar Generation, where we focus on mentoring youth and young adults and through the worship arts, but we're also expanding into mentorships and just with their lives and everything. As the pandemic has slowed us down some, but we're excited to gear back up. Also working on to become my own entrepreneur. I do have my LLC now. Yay! So get some works to get started. I am a first time published author. Can I believe I just said that?
Whoa, whoa.
With a book called Beautifully Me. Be look on the lookout. I will have a book release very soon, coming up, hopefully in November. And with being with Fierce, let me just say it like this. They are definitely here to push you out of your comfort zone. Definitely to be here to help build with you, not just to put you out there alone by yourself. It's like a pretty much like you said. She always introduced it to us as like an umbrella, covering that you're able to get under when certain things come about and have those necessary networks and connections with different women to be able to help you in different areas that you're trying to go into. One of the things I know that I am trying to do within the next couple of years, well, hopefully by next year, is start a actual daycare. I've always loved daycares and everything. Well, it's somebody that she knows that's within the network and everything, and that we wind up reaching out to each other, just talking briefly and everything. And I found out a whole bunch of information that I never knew. And that was just simply by being connected to other women with the same thoughts and with the same desires and everything, even though they're going in different ways. Um, Again, Fierce is Fierce. I am actually in one of the 7 mountains, which is education. I do teach. I'm a physical education teacher. I have been teaching for 10 years, but I have been teaching since I was like 12 years old, because I've always liked to educate kids younger than me and everything. So I am in that mountain. I enjoy it very much. I have two grandsons. They're up and coming. I have a daughter. And listen, I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy everything that Fierce is doing right now. So I'm telling you, come on, be a part. We're here to mentor. We're here to push. We're here to help. I don't know about dragging. I'm tired today. I ain't dragging nobody. So that's about it. This is me. This is Eva. This is who I am.
All right, Dr. Mac.
Good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Mac, also known as Michelle Foster, and the mentor extraordinaire. Let's see. I am the founder of Pass the Baton, Pay It Forward, which is a women's mentoring program. I'm also known in the mentoring world as building lives, helping to build the lives of other people, because it is a passion of mine to help see women go from where they are to their next. And so there's a lot of things that take place behind the scene, and you cannot successfully get to your next unless you have a midwife or a mentor or a coach. And so that's a passion of mine. I believe in pushing people to where they need to, not literally, but if I have to literally push you, I'm going to push you to get to the finish line.
Yes.
I am also the founder of Titus Two Homes, which is a nonprofit organization, and that organization is about building the lives through teaching and training, helping to train up leaders for the better tomorrow. We do not limit it to should I say, seasoned leaders, but also emerging leaders, because I truly believe that our young adults today will be our leaders tomorrow. And in order for them to be successful leaders tomorrow, we need people that will help train them to equip them and to give them the tools that they also need. Mm-hmm. I also recently birthed, or should I say, launched a publishing company called Weapons of Warfare. Yes, Yay! It is a publishing company, and we also leverage apparel like t-shirts, things of that nature. And when it comes to the publishing, everybody has a story, but the question is, are you bold enough to write your story and publish it? In terms of F.I.E.R.C.E, let's see, I have been in the audience of F.I.E.R.C.E when it first started. I was the audience, and now I'm behind the scenes to help push the women forward, to help us all become fierce women, being in the educational mountain, also the government mountain. I hate to say that, but it is true. I'm embracing that. Being a community advocate, that's also leveraging the government sector of the seven mountains. So I'm excited, and I'm excited about what God is doing, not only through me, but as a part of the whole team of Fierce, because we are fierce and we are here to help you become fierce too.
Yay. All right. Go ahead, Nisha. She's like me.
All right. Hey, everybody. I am Nisha. If you don't, I am of the group. Probably hear me say that as well. I am one of the new members. I think I'm coming up on my year now. I will say I really didn't have a chance to be in the audience, I don't think. So yes, I was just pushed out there. That was perfectly fine. I am a social worker. So for me, being around empowering women just brings about so much energy for me, because social work can be a tough career, just seeing what you're around every day. And so I can say personally, F.I.E.R.C.E has brought out so much in me. I'm normally a shy person. I'm kind of in the bag. I don't really like talking. However, F.I.E.R.C.E is here to push you, because again, that's exactly what happened to me. It helped me find myself, because before F.I.E.R.C.E, I was kind of, like I said, hiding in the bag. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I could do something, but I didn't know exactly what I was capable of. And once I found F.I.E.R.C.E, wow, Nisha, you can do that? I can do that? So kind of what it does for you, it makes you realize, like, wow, it's so much that I have in me that I can do, and it helped me find myself. It's like a sister. It's not about competition and fears. we're here to push you. We're here to make everybody great. We want to see everybody succeed. A lot of great things can come from fears. To publish a book, something I myself doing. So you will really get into things that you never imagined that you in life. And that's what Fierce is all about. Just the push. Just trying to find the greatness in you. And I'm super excited. As you know, a lot of people are saying, they're the founder of that makes me excited. I know I'm not the founder of anything right now. And just because I'm a peer, I know that one day I'll be able to guys as we're pushing for you guys. So we want you guys from the front door to the back will be pushed, even down to prayers at 4:30 for some people. It's a push.
Hallelujah.
It's step in, but that's okay because grow you and nurture you and it's a great experience. Have a good time. Everybody is so lovable. We know how to have fun, but at the same time, also are about handling business. So we're excited. We're fierce. Okay.
Hey, everybody. I know. All right. So, hey, everybody. I'm India Hartman. About me. Basically, I am the founder of Mothers of Angels. Is my new baby. Mothers of Angels basically is a ministry that helps a woman heal. We basically try to create the experience for a woman to be able to heal from the trauma of child loss and dealing with infertility. So basically, for any of those women that have dealt with infertility, going through infertility, dealt with stillborn, you had a baby, your child passed away at age 5. Basically, we deal with those women because it's kind of like a let's say sisterhood. To be honest, it's not always about child loss. We try to get along with one another and everything. Mothers of Angels basically have been around for going on, I think, a year, 2 years. I think 2 years and everything. For Mothers of Angels. I am also a founder of Love Speaks. Love Speaks stands for, which nobody really knows, it stands for letting our voices emerge while spiritually providing education and knowledge. I know, long, just call it Love Speaks. So we have been around for 9 years, make next month. Woo woo. And so I would definitely call Love Speaks being the ministry, the nonprofit that grew me up. I started when I was 22 years old almost. So basically that was my first time really doing leadership, and it grew me up as a leader and everything. Basically what Love Speaks basically is a youth mentorship organization. We basically deal in a community with any child, starting with cooking classes up to from age like 6. Now we have started doing young adults with small mentorship and different things like that. Also, I am the co-CEO of co-owner of Hartman Consulting. Woo woo.
Yes.
Hartman Consulting was with me and my husband Jeremy Hartman. Basically, we help people birth their businesses. So basically, whether you want to do an LLC, and my fruit is on the line. Hey y'all. So whether you want to do an LLC or you need to do your nonprofit, get your 501c3. Whether you need board training, anything like that, we are basically the people for the job, and everything. As far as fears. Ooh, what about fears? I'm a newbie, y'all. So I was a girl that wouldn't get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm just being honest, like 4:30, to waking up at 3 something and being ready. I was like, I guess I'm getting ready, Lord. So definitely as far as with that, I would say I sat in the audience for a little bit, and everything. So I kind of watched. I never really went to the prayers. I was just like, I'm gonna make it one day, and then I came to try to do the prayer. I was like, hold on. So definitely saying something about that. I love the sisterhood. Number one, it's a sisterhood. I definitely love the authenticity. I love the genuineness. I love the what's the word I want to use? Transparency. That's the word. The transparency within it. We're honest. We're honest with one another. I can't believe I'm finna say this. I love the push. Woo. So now y'all don't remember this next week. So
Yeah.
so it
we
is a
heard
push. It definitely is a push. What kind of like what Nisha was saying, it took me from basically not knowing things that were within me, you know, and just like me trying to understand, oh wow, I can do that, or wow, that is within me. And basically F.I.E.R.C.E helped basically bring out the things that basically I needed a boost of confidence in, and everything. So also it also helps you get out your comfort zone. Whew. Which I am a social butterfly. However, it's just some things I just said I ain't gonna do, but I done found myself doing. So so it definitely will push you out your comfort zone for real. It'll push you out your comfort zone. It also gives you boost of confidence, and we also help one another. Also it's just what's in it, basically something is in it for you guys. For me, I more so work in the lines of family, of course, with dealing with mothers and different things like that, but also business is my mountain and everything. I love business, I love ministry. Love helping people birth their ministries, their businesses. I love seeing it flourish. I love seeing people get their 501c3s. It's just like a big thing for me, and everything. All right.
Wonderful. She said, yeah. Listen, so one thing about F.I.E.R.C.E, and I don't know if you've noticed it or recognized it as of yet, but they did make mention. See, I was hoping this wouldn't happen, but they did make mention that they all have their own organizations, businesses, they're authors, coaches. One is a whole social worker, you know, so just everything that we do, it isn't to just come under F.I.E.R.C.E and just die. No, this is life. This is, you're not coming to sit over here. And even those that come on Wednesdays, we're even praying for God to push them throughout their day and to help steer them in the right direction. And that is something that we are really focusing on in this season is to bring more people in so that they can be pushed and encouraged to their destiny. Now, a lot of people, they kind of rest in two different categories. Some people know what they're supposed to be doing, and then some people don't know what they're supposed to be doing. And then even within those categories, they split off even the more, because you have the people that know what they're supposed to be doing, don't know how to do it, and then don't want to do it. On the other hand, some people don't have the proper connections and resources, so they just kind of go into a corner and just grind out their 9 to 5, because they know that they have more inside of them and more purpose, and instead of going out and trying to look and search and find things, they just kind of sit back. That's why we're doing this live, so we can be in your face and so that we can come to you, right? So right in there. So even when you have those people that know what to do, they can do it, and they get to a certain point, and then they start burning out. They lose passion, they lose vision, they don't know what their next steps are. They're just kind of sitting there, and we help all of these areas. But that's just another form of when you have a team that is around you, and women that will push you and encourage you and connect with you to keep pushing, not just making you do something, but sparking and igniting a fire inside of you every time there is communication or we come in contact with one another. We do it to each other. I can't tell you how many times. Listen, so this is this team here is extremely awesome. I will say, no matter who's been on the Fierce team, when somebody catches the vision of Fierce, they not only push themselves, but they push me also. And so, just to take a little quick break, I not only have Fierce, but Angelic Design, we got Kingdom Life, we got KLAI, we got the church, Kingdom Life Empowerment Center. So there's all these different things that come up when you're connected and you're encouraged to keep going. Because in a moment of transparency, when you get to a certain point, no matter what title, no matter how many hands was laid on you, no matter how many times you cried out and you got this awesome tight relationship with God, there are seasons where you feel like you want to quit and you don't want to do this anymore. And there are times where you're like, this is for the birds. Like, y'all can go and do something else with this, but when you have people that are around you that are constantly going, no, you can't do that, and not just to say you can't quit, but to actually give you what you need and to help breathe life into you and be a part of that ministering troop to like resuscitate you and bring you back to life. So it's really important for that to happen. So even for you, people is like, you know what? I got this job. That's all I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just, going to be over here doing this. There is still something for you to do. There is something for every single person. I have been in the toughest of one-on-ones and still like, oh, there it is. And you bring it out of that person and they're like, well, I didn't know that could be a business. I didn't know that could be an organization. I didn't know that the passion that I had could actually benefit the world and the community around me. And that's exactly what we do. So I get so excited on these things. I really do. But going back to what I was saying about everybody having their own businesses and they have their own organizations, this is not a place where you come and you're going to submit yourself to us. Not in that way. If anything, it's your future and your destiny that you're trusting us with to push you and bring out the most in you. Some of the first organizations that was birthed in F.I.E.R.C.E, some are still going today. Some of them, may not be going, but all I can say is F.I.E.R.C.E did the help and did the job to push people into recognizing what they are supposed to be doing. Now, every last one of these ladies, they know how to have one-on-ones. They know how to set goals for you individually, and they know how to help you in the best way possible. Each one of them have their very own vein, and I'm really, really excited for what each one of them brings and for what we're going to be doing soon. So what I want to do is let me bring this back up, because I want you all to take this down. You can go to www.fiercetakeover.com and you can connect with us. You can join us on Wednesday prayer. You can become a part of Team Fierce, which we have a whole membership where you can join us. You can come on in the fold, right? And you can be a part of those one-on-one sessions and everything like that. And we can set goals for you. Dr. Mac, I would like for you to help them so that I'm not the only one talking. If you could help them understand what I mean when I talk about us 5 being midwives.
Absolutely. So the midwife piece of F.I.E.R.C.E is all about us teaming together, helping you to first identify where you fit in. And what I mean by where you fit in is when it comes to the 7 mountains of influence. Everyone fits in that in one of those mountains. It's just all about you becoming laser focused and identifying which of the mountains. Some of you will be in multiple, and some of you may just be in a single one. And then once we help you identify that, we give you the strategy. There's always a goal to the strategy, because you can't just come make a strategy and not have an end time goal. And so we help you to set the goals, and then we walk with you in achieving that goal, just like in the natural. And this was this was an analogy that the Holy Spirit gave me this morning when I was talking to my own team about mothers who birth in the natural.
Mhm.
When you prepare for birthing, you go through different trimesters. So if you think of the trimesters as strategies, as milestones in meeting your goals, you have to walk the thing out. You have to identify. And in your identification and walking it out, there is some uncomfortableness. Yes, there is, because it's stretching you beyond the it is stretching you beyond the norm. I'm laughing because, yeah, anyway, it is stretching you out of your comfort zone. But in order for you to become the business owner, the ministry overseer, even publishing a book, to become an author, you must come out of your box. And me personally, I call myself the box cutter, because I was once a box cutter. Yes. I mean, I was once in a box and someone else cut me out of the box. And so it's my responsibility to help you as a part of the Fierce team, the Fierce Five, is to help you to come out of your box, because you can't birth when you're in a box. You cannot become an author when you're in a box. You cannot birth that ministry, that business, or whatever it is. And so this is what the midwifing part looks like. We give you the tools. We help you to use the tools. If you need business planning, we can help you write a business plan. All of those kinds of things, we help set it up for you to become successful. Listen, one thing that I learned, you cannot do this by yourself. You cannot do this by yourself. In order for you to be a successful business owner, you need to partner with somebody else. And if you think about it, you can be the CEO, you can be the CFO, but you still have to partner with your clients and your customers. So this is what F.I.E.R.C.E is all about. Us being the midwives, walking you through each trimester and preparing you for that labor and delivery. So once it is that baby is delivered, then we can help you nurture it to its full capacity. I hope that makes sense.
It does. Listen, thank you. Yes. Come on in. I saw a drop in number, so I'm assuming that you all are going and checking out fiercetakeover.com, or you're writing it down, you're taking notes, getting your things together so that you can come and join us. Eva, if you would please share with everyone, I know that you have a ministry, right? And one of my favorite things about what you do is you have a live that you do on some Thursdays about discipleship. How did that come about? Tell the people a little bit about that.
Oh boy, you yeah, she loved to push the people, just make them talk about stuff, like trying to keep me. Yes, I do have a series called Dying to be Discipled. Um, and actually, the way that I came to it, it was actually a revelation by God of course, I'm in Kingdom Life, and Apostle Angelica is my spiritual mother. Apostle Christopher Montgomery is my spiritual father. And so, what it came from was I was actually designed to know how they were able to achieve these different things. How did they know about so much about the word? How did they are they able to do the things that they do? And so God began to take me. He said the one thing that in essence that we have to do, we have to be willing to be discipled. And so when he began to show me were the disciples, and I was like, well, what did the disciples do? That was, my question of like, okay. And so the first thing that he showed me was that when Jesus called them, they heard the call, and they immediately stopped like everything that they were doing that they had, even with their business, even though they had different businesses, they stopped immediately what they're doing and went and sat under Jesus, sat at his feet, went with him, witnessed everything that he did. If you look in the word and you go read and really understand that, like the first 3 years after Jesus got baptized and he called the disciples, you didn't hear anything about the disciples other than they were traveling with him. You didn't hear nothing about them doing miracles or they were preaching or anything. They were actually sitting and they were there with Jesus, listening and learning. So it became a desire of mine that I really wanted to learn, okay, what does it mean to be a true disciple? What does it mean to truly set aside your own desires and then know on how did they accomplish these things? Because they're business owners. Okay, how do they do that? They run multiple business. How do you do that? Why are you doing that? What is it for? So there's all these different questions. I asked the five: who, what, when, why, how. So you can catch it. Some nights you ain't gonna catch it every Thursday night. It's gonna be so but you can catch Dying to Be Discipled usually on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, unless we got something going on and I try to measure up. But it's definitely something that you should want to do as far as being mentored or being discipled. Fierce is a way that you can do that, especially if you want it about the business, different businesses, even just knowing about yourself. If you want to increase your prayer life, if you want to become more disciplined in some of the things that you do, you have to consider that, hey, you got to surround yourself with people who in essence can get you there, and not be intimidated, and not being like some people would think it'd be embarrassing for them, or they may be kind of ashamed. You can't think like that, because I had to listen. They're younger than me. I'm older than them, but in the mindset, maturity does not have an age number. It doesn't have an age. It doesn't. So that's what I look at it as: spiritual maturity. It does not have an age. So I don't limit myself. I try my best to to maintain, to stay under. But when sometimes they get to pushing, and I be like, look, hey, wanna, all right. So it takes. So you also have a Dr. Mac. She's also, I call her my apostle auntie, because she mentors me in other areas that I need help in, and she'll see it and be like, hey, da 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 da. Like, hold up, man, what you doing? Or when you gonna do this? India, oh, my sister, India, yeah. But she's one that I definitely I love, because she does push me in the area of business. Hey, this is what you need to do. But when we was getting them that LLC, Eva, where's this? Where's that? I need this by this time. If you don't have it, where can I get it? I need an email. Look, you harassing me. I'm about to call somebody. I need you to just stop. And so Nisha, she's coming in on the back end, but one thing about her is that she has joy in different aspects. Her smile and different things push me in other ways. So we all here, we're all here to mentor each other. It's not just one person. And I wish people would stop looking at it so much that way. We're all here to mentor each other in different areas that we are in need of. I don't think God would bring us together or bring others in if he didn't have that in his plan already. So listen, you come on, join the hunt. I keep saying that, y'all tripping.
Yes.
They sitting up there hungry and thirsty, and we out here like we done caught a whole buffalo over here, and y'all still. I'm sorry. Okay. Too bad.
Nisha, real quick, before we go into all of that, Nisha, to share again, because there was a lot of interference when you were speaking. So if you can share again, I know you were saying something about the growth in the short amount of time and and all of that. So just help us out with that. Give us
Can y'all
your
hear me?
story. Yeah.
Is it
So
better?
far so good. Yeah, so far so good.
Okay. Ooh, Lord, where's the record button? So basically I was just really talking off of my personal experience of how F.I.E.R.C.E pushed me into this person that I had no idea was inside of me. Um, to see me now and to know me back then, I never would have been on this live. I never would have been talking. I probably would have still been in the audience. And I just crack jokes like that all the time because like I said, well, you guys probably didn't hear me, but I don't feel like coming into Fierce, I didn't have a chance to be in the audience. I was just like, I got a text message, you praying this Wednesday, 5:30. And I'm like, okay, 5:30 EST is 4:30 CST. So I'm talking about from the door. I didn't even get both my feet in. I'm on 4:30 prayer in the morning. So it's been a really great, and I don't even think I've made my year yet in Fierce, but that's how serious we are. That's how much we love to push each other. Like I said, I feel like I'm the baby of the group, and I did come in a little afraid. Like my sister Eva was saying, I don't want to say I was embarrassed, but I didn't know what I could bring to the table. I'm like, okay, I'm the youngest. Everybody has these organizations and ministries, and I'm just, praying. But however, the longer I stayed in Fierce, the more that was brought out of me. Being pushed to publish a book, which I never seen myself doing, never thought I'd do. So for me, that's what Fierce has been for me. Definitely a sisterhood, definitely an atmosphere and a platform where you will be pushed, but also encouraged and supported. They're not just, well, we're not just gonna put you out there, okay, do this, you have this deadline, which sometimes it is, just be ready. However, the support never drops. We're always there, we'll always be there for you guys. And like I said, it's just a sisterhood. It's not about competition. We want to see everybody succeed. And I just feel like at the times that we're in, you just see so much, you know, if we just be honest, females bringing down other females. Everybody feels like they have to do, better than everybody else. But Fierce is about what can you bring to the table and bringing that out of you. And for like again, I say this for my personal experience. That's what has happened to me. I just feel like a totally different person since being with Fierce. I don't look at myself the same. I don't move the same. I move in confidence. I move in boldness. And I'm telling you, had to know me just a year ago. You had to know that I was not this person at all. And so I want everybody to get a chance to experience that and have that personal testimony of how fears just change your life for the better.
Amen. Yay.
Oh, I thought that was a preach coming on. Oh, Jesus.
Don't.
Listen.
Her didn't become fierce.
It'll truly happen. Yes, Nisha did not get a chance to figure out she did. And we do listen to God when he tells us, hey, do this, do that. So you will get text messages and stuff saying, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. And one thing about Fierce, it's different from Kingdom Life. Kingdom Life is a whole nother ball game. Fierce, we love you, we nurture you, we encourage you, we have goals.
And then
you made it sound like
why she go off the camera?
we ease on down the road, right? And it was, I can say, because we also have times where we have one-on-one conversations with each other and we look at what we're doing and we're going, okay, so where's this, where's that, how's this going, so so it definitely helps everybody in the long run. Listen, y'all can talk, y'all just crack it up. Yes, we ease on down the road. So I'm really excited because, as you all know, although Fierce was founded in 2017, we became official this year thanks to our wonderful, wonderful midwife. Listen, I don't. We're gonna come up with a name for you. But India was extremely wonderful when it came to setting everything up and helping us. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's done everybody's stuff that's on here. So tell us a little bit about helping other ministries, organizations, and businesses. And then kind of, I'm going to hit a little button here, but kind of talk about some of that false information that's out there.
Oh, you hit a hole there.
Yeah, come on, talk about that. Talk about that. Help the people. Help the people.
Oh Lord, you hit a hole there because I was dealing with this yesterday. I had to calm my flesh down. So, so I think one of my biggest pet peeves is for people to give out free information, but it's incorrect. I think. I really just dealt with a situation yesterday where someone says, yes, LLCs are free. Just go to irs.gov. I was like, huh? Yeah, the same looks. I'm like,
won't be able to find you.
That's not right. No, that's not how we do it. LLCs aren't free, and a few people that I personally knew was nice enough to inbox and say, you're wrong, but they appreciated that I corrected them. But in business and ministries, I just don't like false information. I've heard so much that churches shouldn't be 501c3, a ministry shouldn't be 501c3 because it stops you from being able to talk about God. That is not true. The only thing it may stop you from is basically politics, where a lot of churches are involved and ministries are involved in politics. But that's basically the only thing it may stop you from, and everything. I know, right? Eva push the whole button. Yes, EIN, it is through listen, y'all, the EIN is the IRS and LLC is with your state. Okay, y'all? All right, and it's not free. All right. So another it's not free.
Bottom line.
Every state has a different price, y'all. So from the smallest fee of, I don't even know who has I think the smallest fee is with $50 from one state all the way to, I want to say that Texas may be the highest cost of $300 and everything. So for LLC, it's not free. It costs. Just because you get an EIN does not mean you have a business. I love y'all so much. So it doesn't. You have to work your business. You have to work your business the way it is. Honestly, it is very important to have your business legalized. I have no problem against sole proprietorship until you're ready. Have no problem with that. But if you're working and you literally working like your 9 to 5, then it definitely needs to be legalized, because we cannot get upset when it's time to get grants and loans and different things like that, and our paperwork is not in order. And everything. So it's very important to have that stuff in order. So definitely, I believe in giving out. I give out free information a lot on my social media page, and everything. However, if you try to call and have a whole conversation with me, I am there. If it's past 15 minutes, then there is a fee. It's setting up boundaries and everything. People used to just can call me. Oh Lord, yeah, $500 a read. So, yeah. And so one thing we have to know is that business is business. Everybody basically should be able to legalize their businesses. I'm not saying that I don't believe that everybody should be an LLC. So you need to figure out what's good for you. And everything, but those are my major capacities. My hearts are for nonprofits and ministries and churches, and different things like that. Helping people accomplish those goals as well. A nonprofit is a business as well. Nonprofits, just because it says nonprofit does not mean there are not costs that are associated with the starting the organization, because there are. Can you do it for free? I mean, can you do it yourself? Yes, you can. However, if you don't know, what to put in on certain lines, then I wouldn't do it. Some things you just leave into the hands what somebody else's call to do. You just stay in your lane, and everything. Just, that's another pet peeve when people say, don't pay nobody, do it yourself. Okay. I have fixed a lot of EINs and told people EINs were incorrect because they file nonprofits as LLCs and LLCs as nonprofits. It's just a simple question, just ask. So that's another pet peeve, is just when people say, when they're upset because you charge for a service. Yes, I charge for a service because people inbox me all day, every day. So if you pay me, you're more than welcome to contact me. But if you don't pay me, you can contact me, but I only give you limited. There's boundaries in that lane. So, but honestly, I love seeing people businesses off the ground, and everything. True. Just I don't play about all of that. I don't play about your personal bank account being mixed up with the other one. My other pet peeve, and it may hurt step on some toes, that please do not get a nonprofit just to get grants. Like that ain't you, they're gonna hurt your feelings and everything, because you have to really have a heart for what you're trying to do and everything, and you get yourself caught up with the IRS where you thinking you getting away with it, and they watching you. So that's just another pet peeve. So basically my heart really is just for making sure people set up the correct steps that they need to do in order to start their business. So yeah,
there it is. So right on the team, a midwife to help you to we got a question for you.
yes, it is. I'll post in the chat, in this chat. What I was to say. And yes, I am a pusher. So yes, like Eva said, I will. If you haven't, I have a whole client list of folks that I ain't talked to in a whole month. They just start responding to me, but it's okay. They paid me. If you pay me to push you, but there are people that have paid me thousands of dollars, and they just gave up on their ministries in the midst of the process. But I'm still here, but definitely I'm a pusher. I will push Eva. Hey, where your paperwork at, Eva? I don't see this on the Alabama website. You said you completed this, and I did push her and everything. If I ain't push her, then it may still be sitting on the desk, and then
That is true. Indeed. So we all need somebody to push us in every aspect of what we are doing. So although, you come to certain people, or you go to certain people, and they can only do so much for you. This is one of the visions that God gave me for F.I.E.R.C.E, is to be a one-stop shop. Like when it comes to doing what you're supposed to be doing, pick up a little bit of this, a little bit of that, get you some counseling, accreditation if you need to. We have that available with Dr. Mac, and pass the baton. Go ahead and talk about that really quickly before we move on, because I'm trying to get them to their next assignment. But go ahead and talk about the coaching and that whole aspect. Go ahead.
Listen, my passion, like India, for the coaching. I'm gonna say this as nice as I can. Not everybody is called to be a coach, because if you don't like people, guess what? You can't coach them.
What?
And so a part of becoming certified, yes, I certify others. I am what you call a master coach. A master coach actually has the ability to certify other coaches. And I'm not just going to, or should I say, we're not just going to sign our name on a certification and send you on your way. We have to check your character. That's also what F.I.E.R.C.E is about. We're here to help push you, but in pushing you, we got to make sure everything is in order, because even being a business owner, you have to have the right character. So coaching is part of what I do. It is a passion of mine to help coach you to your next, to help you get to your next, which is being fierce in the end. So we talk about you identifying who you are. Kind of like what Nisha said. She came from one place and she discovered who she really is. That's a part of what coaching does. Help you as a woman to discover who you are. Unfortunately, there are many women walking this earth that don't really know who they are. They're struggling with their identity. And I'm not just talking about sexuality, if you will. I'm talking about identifying who you are, identifying what your strengths are, identifying where you've come from, and how to take where you've come from in a positive manner, and connecting the dot to help size you up and to build you up into becoming the fierce woman that you should be, the fierce woman that's inside of you. And so that's what a part of the coaching is all about, helping you to address those issues, right? We cannot be successful women helping to lead other women when we don't want to confront where we've come from, when we don't want to confront the things that are in front of us. That's what helps to build us up. That's what helps us to take off the residue. And that is what helps us to become effective in helping the next person to becoming the fierce woman that they need to be. There's so much more behind that, but because of the sake of time, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to tell you to come on and join us. Go to FIE.RCE.com and sign on up so you can get what you need, because everybody needs something. And if everybody needs something, you need a business, come on into F.I.E.R.C.E. You need to be social work, come on into F.I.E.R.C.E. Yeah, we got some education. I'm gonna say it like that. We got education. We have your ministry side. Listen, we even have angelic designs to help you design. You need that outfit so that you can step out and be presentable. We got it all here. It's a one-stop shop. Come on in.
That is also a part of the plan. I'm glad that you brought that up, because some people don't schedule their seasonal styling, because I do want to make sure that you have your marketing pieces ready for your website, for your business cards, for everything that goes into your new you, right? So really quickly before we end this live, I just want to explain something just for a second, and that is the use of the lioness. I also talk about this on the website, or it is there on the website also, but a lioness is extremely important in the pride. Without a lioness, the lion would starve, wouldn't have family, wouldn't have community, wouldn't have anybody to protect. So when you have the lionesses, it has to be multiple within a pride. And we talk about the body of Christ and how, you go to church and you see a lot of women. And I think about that scripture that says, help the women, right? But also in that, there is a lot of passion and there's a lot of emotion that comes with being a woman. And one of those things is we have a passion for community, and we are able to set the tone for social norms. And it has been years and years and years since we have stopped that. We have looked down on it. But the most important thing that we have to remember is that if we want to get back to having our communities more focused and driven on growing our kids up, making sure that the neighborhood store is there and that you're not living in a dry area, you want to make sure that you have businesses there, then it needs to get back to a place where we are operating as a community, main word being unity. And within a lion's pride, the lionesses are the ones that do the hunting. They are the ones that are raising the children, and they are the ones that are doing the training and the teaching. So it is extremely important to look at that, because the Bible mentions that quite a few times when it comes to the children of Israel being like a lioness. There are many translations that say lion, but it is talking about a lioness with their young, right? So in that, idea of having a pride, if there are no lionesses working together, they're not able to eat. And when they hunt, then after they hunt, the lion comes moseying on along and going after that kill. But the main thing is, our lion, right, is not one man. Our lion is the Lion of Judah. I want to help y'all understand that, because although I'm talking about multiple lionesses and a lion, the lion that I'm talking about is the lion and the lamb, right? Jesus Christ, Yahweh, whatever his name is to you, right? want to make sure that you understand that our focus and our goal is to better the kingdom of God. And that comes with all of us bringing our puzzle pieces together, bringing our skills together, bringing our trainings together, bringing our educations together, and our certifications and whatever we have that is inside of us, and building a better unity community for the future. There is a scripture that says, the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ. What does that mean? At the end of the day, every single mountain, every single structure that has been set up within our world will bow to God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. And so being a part of that, number that actually goes into the mountain and helps that mountain submit and bow to the authority of God. So listen, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me. Ladies, I see two of you are missing. I hope y'all all right. But listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining. If you would like to join Fierce, don't forget you can go to www.fiercetakeover.com. And if you're like, hey, I would love to join Fierce, and I would also like to sow towards the vision, you're able to do that. We do have Cash App, that is Fierce Takeover, just like you see it on this on the screen for the website. All right, so I have to get these ladies off of here. Thank y'all so much for joining and being a part. Yes, come on aboard. Come on aboard. Yay. Come on, join in. I feel like a devotional, right? I'll let you know I am a little bit delirious. I've been up since 5:30. But love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Until next time, we will see you all soon. Don't forget to go on. Oh, I just took it off. Don't forget to go on to fiercetakeover.com, because we are fierce and we're taking over for the kingdom of God. Just remember that when you are trying to look us up. Fierce Takeover. All right. So thank you. I'm going to let my ladies go here. Thank you so much for joining and being a part and being able to join me on this live tonight. Love you, love you, love you. Love you. Yes, fiercetakeover.com. All righty. So y'all have a blessed evening. Until next time, we will see you soon. All right. Have a good one.